Hello, and welcome back to Simple English Hub. Have you ever wondered why, despite years of learning English, you still struggle to speak fluently? You may understand English when reading or listening, but when it's time to speak, you freeze, struggle to find the right words, or feel embarrassed. If this sounds familiar, you are not alone. Many learners face this challenge, and today, we will explore the reasons why you find it difficult to speak English fluently and how to overcome these obstacles. By the end of this lesson, I'm sure you'll have a clear idea of what's stopping you and how to improve. So, let's begin. Firstly, fear of making mistakes is one of the biggest barriers to speaking English. Many learners worry about mispronouncing words, using incorrect grammar, or sounding silly in front of others. This fear often leads to hesitation or complete avoidance of speaking. However, mistakes are a natural and necessary part of learning. Imagine a child learning to walk. Does the child stop trying after falling a few times? No, they keep going until they succeed. The same applies to learning English. The more you speak, the better you become. My friend, Maria, had studied English for years, but never spoke because she feared being judged. One day, she traveled to an English-speaking country and had no choice but to communicate in English. At first, she made many mistakes, but with time, she became more confident. Now, she speaks fluently because she faced her fears and practiced speaking regularly. The key to overcoming this fear is to accept that mistakes are part of the journey. Speak as much as possible without worrying about being perfect. Secondly, focusing too much on grammar can slow down your fluency. While grammar is important, overthinking it while speaking can make you hesitant and unnatural. Many learners try to translate sentences in their heads before speaking, which results in slow speech and awkward pauses. John, an English learner, spent years memorizing grammar rules, but he still couldn't hold a simple conversation. Why? Because he was too focused on forming perfect sentences instead of just expressing himself naturally. When he stopped worrying about grammar and started practicing real conversations, his fluency improved significantly. To overcome this, don't let grammar stop you from speaking. Instead, focus on communication. Speak first and correct mistakes later. Thirdly, lack of speaking practice is a major reason why many people struggle with English fluency. Reading and writing are great, but if you don't actively practice speaking, you will never become fluent. Many learners spend hours studying vocabulary and grammar, but don't apply their knowledge in real conversations. Imagine learning how to swim by just reading a book about swimming. Would that help? No, you have to jump into the water and practice. David was learning English, but never spoke outside the classroom. His pronunciation was weak, and he felt nervous while speaking. Then, he started practicing with an online language partner every day. Within a few months, his confidence and fluency improved dramatically. The best way to overcome this is to speak every day, even if it's just for a few minutes. Talk to yourself in English, record your voice, or find a language partner to practice with. Moreover, translating from your native language can make speaking English difficult. If you think in your native language, and then translate into English, your speech will be slow and unnatural. Every language has different sentence structures, idioms, and expressions, so direct translation doesn't always work. Ana, a Spanish speaker, always translated before speaking, which made her sentences sound unnatural. When she stopped translating and started thinking in English, her fluency improved quickly. The solution to this is to immerse yourself in English and try to think directly in the language instead of translating. This will help you develop natural sentence structures and improve fluency. Additionally, not listening enough to English can also impact your speaking skills. Good speakers are also good listeners. If you don't listen to English regularly, you won't pick up on pronunciation, intonation, and common expressions. Listening helps you absorb the language naturally, just like babies learn to speak by listening to their parents. Jason used to watch English movies with subtitles, but he wasn't improving much. Then, he started watching without subtitles and mimicking what he heard. Within weeks, his pronunciation and fluency improved. The best way to fix this is to listen to English podcasts, audiobooks, and watch English content daily. Furthermore, lack of confidence is another major reason why learners struggle to speak English. Many people can actually speak English well, but they doubt their abilities. They feel nervous and hesitate to speak, thinking their English is not good enough. Confidence plays a huge role in fluency. Sophie could understand English perfectly, but avoided speaking because she was too shy. When she finally pushed herself to start participating in conversations, she realized she was much better than she thought. The solution is simple. Believe in yourself. The more you speak, the more confident you will become. Finally, not having enough exposure to real conversations can make speaking English challenging. Many learners study English in a structured way, but don't engage in real-life conversations. Speaking in a classroom is different from speaking in daily life. If you only practice English in formal settings, you might struggle in casual conversations. The best way to overcome this is to put yourself in situations where you are forced to speak English naturally. Join English speaking groups, participate in online discussions, or engage with native speakers whenever possible. If you have been struggling to speak English fluently, it's not because you're not intelligent or capable, it's because of fear, lack of practice, or ineffective learning habits. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. Don't overanalyze grammar, and don't let fear hold you back. Start practicing speaking every day, even in small ways. Surround yourself with English and build your confidence step by step. The more you expose yourself to the language, the more natural it will become. I am sure that you have improved your English skills by listening to this lesson. Keep practicing, stay motivated, and soon, speaking English will feel effortless. Thank you for watching Simple English Hub. See you in the next lesson.